Hello friends, my name is Pramod Patel. So we are discussing some important vocabulary related to some theme. So as we seen on the screen, so let's watch it carefully and try to listen. So it is always said if you listen carefully English, you can learn English by listening also. Because in childhood we are listening so many languages, words in Hindi also. So we have learned it. So the same way you can learn English just by listening and speaking English. Easily you can learn English. So English is very typical when you take it as a subject, but English is not a subject. English is a language. So a child learn, a baby learn some vocabulary. So the same way we can also learn some English vocabulary. So we have some theme related vocabulary today. So just watch it carefully. You will gain more vocabulary related to some related words. So yes, we are starting with the PDF. So just watch it carefully, everyone. So the first word that we are seeing on the screen, I think it is visible for all. So it's a democracy. So what is this democracy? So in Hindi, generally we say Loktantra. Okay. So the system where government is elected by the people. This system is always called a democracy. So the second word. So you can see, you can watch on your screen is demagogue. Okay. So it's very important word. It means a political leader who seeks support by the people rather than by using arguments. Okay, so some leaders are very famous, like in India you can say Narendra Modi, and other photo that you are watching on your screen is Boris Johnson, like PM from England, the former PM, not now. So it's the actual meaning of it. So the next word is demophile. Okay, so what is the meaning of demophile? The one who loves to stay in crowds. The people who always like to stay in crowds, it's called demophile. Okay, so we can take some examples also, like our film stars. They go somewhere, or the political leaders goes and they attend some rally. So there's huge crowds. So this crowds motivates the speaker to speak out. Okay, so the person who likes to stay in crowd is called a domophile. Okay, so let's move to the next vocabulary. It's the damn phobe. Okay, what is the phobe? Phobe, like phobia. Okay, phobia is like a fear. Okay, so we get scared with many situations. It may be. So demophobe is like a fear of a people or a fear of a crowd. Okay, so in India we have a lot of population. We are always crowded with the people. So this fear of people is called demophobe. Okay, I hope you could understand what I'm telling. So the next word, let's move to the next word, and it's related to the disease. Okay, so what is the area of disease is defined, like in 2019 we have seen and observed COVID-19. Okay, so it's like everyone says it's a pandemic. Okay, so what is this endemic, epidemic, or pandemic? Okay, so let's take some differences between the disease. Okay, so first one is endemic. Okay, so what is this endemic? A disease that affects a particular group of people. Okay, so any disease who always affects some group of people, like some old age people are facing some diseases like blood pressure, sugar, and many more. Okay, if we talk about the children, the child, the baby. Okay, so in our government also they are giving some vaccines to that particular age group. So they have different kinds of like measles, like influenza, and other diseases also. So that's the thing. The disease that affects the particular group of people, it's called endemic. So let's take about the next word. It's epidemic. Okay. So as we know, the disease always spread. Okay. If the disease is contagious. Okay. So it is spread by like maybe air, maybe soil, maybe water. So there are so many mediums where it can spread one people to another. Like I'm affected by influenza. It is called a bullet train disease. Okay. So if I'm always be with my wife or my family members, so they will be affected by me. It happens in the like disease. Some disease are being spread. Okay, so a rapid spread of a disease affecting large number of people. When a disease has been spreaded, okay, into the mass, then it is called epidemic. Okay, so the last word is pandemic. So any disease who affects the people all over the world. Okay, like COVID-19. So we have observed. So we have recent example. Many examples we have. So we have recent examples. That's why we are taking this COVID-19. So it's called pandemic. Okay, not only in India, not only in China or other countries. It is spreading all over the world. Okay, so this kinds of disease is called a pandemic. Okay, so I hope you could understand endemic, epidemic, and pandemic. Okay, so the last stage is pandemic. So next, let's take a next word. So the next word is demography. So what is this demography? Usually we observe not only in our country, in every country, every 10 years we have census. Okay, so some people comes to your home and they take some data from you. Okay, so how many siblings you are, like other data also they ask, and on the basis of this survey, they find some data, okay, related to the children, related to the old age, or maybe related to the women. So we just try to take data of the population of the country. So why it is important? It is important because we want to give some special treatment or schemes. So it is very useful for the government, for their agenda, what they want to work, and what can be the area of work. So for that, they take some samples. So it is, in simple word, we can say the specific study of human population. So when we study the human population, it is called a demography. Always it is demography. So Indian, if we talk about Indian demography, the 60%, 65% are youth in our demography. Okay, so how could we find it? Because we study of human population. That's what we can say. Okay, so next word is democide. Okay, so murder of people by the government. Okay, so the government is murdering some like peoples, okay, killing peoples who rules over them. It is called democide. Okay, so generally it doesn't happen in democratic countries, but in some countries it may be happen. So like you can take example of North Korea. The like there is a ruler, sorry, his name is Kim Jong. Okay, so this kinds of murder of people actually by the system who's running the rule in the country, it's called democide. Okay, so next word we are taking is pandemonium. Okay, it's very good word that we can learn. So what is this pandemonium? So it is called confusion among a large group of people, and most of the people are confused. Then this situation is called pandemonium. Okay, suppose which example can be taken? So let's discuss about it. So you are in your college, you are sitting, and your math teacher has come to your class and said tomorrow is your exam. Okay, but the other physics teacher meanwhile came to the class and said no, the day after tomorrow is your exam. So there will be the confusion. Tomorrow is exam, or the day after tomorrow is exam. So it will be like a confusion among a large group of people. Whole class will be confused. What is going to be happen? Okay. So this situation is called a pandemonium. Okay. I think it is clear now. So let's take a next word or a theme. It's called a bore. Okay. What is the meaning of this VOR? It means bore means to eat. That is something related to the food or related to the eating. It's called a bore. Okay, so we have some list of the word, how it relate the words. So let's take some words. So first one is insectivore. Okay, so what is this insectivore? Let's discuss. So animal which eats insects. Okay, so it's called insectivore. Like you can see some lizard on your wall at your home. You can see it always eats insectivore. That's why. The next word is carnivore. I hope it is visible for all, my dear students. So carnivore. What is this carnivore? Animal which eats flesh. Flesh means some meat. Some animals we have lion, like cheetah, like this kinds of animal who always eat some meat always. Like, so that's called carnivore. Okay. So let's come to the next word. It's herbivore. Okay, animal which eats only plants. Like we have good example, cow. In our school also we always remember the essay of cow. Okay, so cow is animal. It's a herbivore. Okay, it's eats only grass. Okay, so green grass it eats. So that's why we can say it's a herbivore. Next one is devour. Okay, what is this devour? To eat very quickly. Okay, some people just eat quickly. They didn't take so much time. They take only maybe 30 seconds, maybe 2 minutes to eat. Very quickly they eat. It's called a devour. So many people who are watching this video maybe devour. Okay, I hope we should not take fast quickly. We should take enough time, because when we eat slowly, so it's good for our digestion. Okay, so don't be devour. Okay, devour means to eat very quickly. Okay, so let's come to the next word. It's an omnivore. What is the meaning of? The animal which eats both plants and meat. So what can be the example? Can you guess, anyone? I hope you're guessing. Okay, so you can comment also in comment box, so I can watch it. Okay. Yeah, Rahul, you're right. So yes. Human is a good example, as you said. Good. So animal. Okay. So human can eat plants and flesh also. Okay. So the person, common thing they can eat. So human is a good example for it. Can you imagine other example who can eat both? Okay, if you can, so just answer in comment box. I will read it out later. So next one is voracious. What is the meaning of it? Who eats a lot. Okay, so we have so many people in our society. They always think they are living here for eating only. Okay, so voracious, it's called. Don't be voracious. Nowadays, you will be very fat if you are a voracious person. Okay, so you have to burn your some calories. Okay, get up early in the morning and just go for a walk or run. Okay, don't be voracious. Okay, so the next word is savor. Okay, so the item or the thing it is very tasty or you can eat it. It is called savor. Okay, so now let's go to the next page. It's related to the ego. Okay, ego. What is the meaning of this? Some people who self-centered. Okay, they always think about themselves. That starts with ego. Okay, so let's take some vocabulary. So first one is egoistic. What is the meaning of it? The selfish person. Okay, so always think about his own benefit. Do not think about their family, their friends, their relatives, kith and kins, and their society. Okay, so they are very self-centered people. They are very egoistic people because they are centering themselves. So it's called egoistic. Okay, so for today it's enough. I hope you are well, all of you. So we'll meet in the next video. So let's take some quick revision. So you can read it out. First one is democracy, elected by the people. When government is elected by the people. Demagogue, the political leader who seeks support by appealing to the people. The next word we have learned is demophile. It means love to stay in crowd. Demophobe, simply the fear of people. Endemic, disease affects the particular group of age. Okay. Next one is epidemic, a rapid spread of disease. Next one is pandemic, when it affects people all over the world. Next we have learned demography, the study of human population. Democide, murder of a people by the government. Pandemonium, very interesting word, confusion among a large group of people. Now insectivore, which eats insects. Carnivore, which eats meat. Herbivore, animal which eats both plants and meat. Devore, eat quickly. Omnivore,